heck happened? What'd you do? You guys could have been eating this whole time. She has a joint infection on her front leg. Gotcha. So nervous, but I'm gonna leave him out tonight. Good morning. This is our current situation here. Got a big trench. So what we're doing here is, well, I have something to do with it. What my husband is doing. Guys, don't crawl on that. I don't need to come fish you out of a hole. Where we're gonna be building the new shop next year, he is running a septic line across, and then it goes around the house to the septic system on the other side. I'm gonna take the collars off of the girls in this pen because I'd really like to get the bucks fence trained. I will then pull those little bucklings out of there and kind of make a pen in here. I need to get this cleanup buck out of here, and then I might just put everybody back together and close that feeder down a little bit. So I think that would be my plan for today, is really just work on getting an area set up for the bucks to collar train and kind of get everybody rearranged and moved around. I'm gonna have to mix feeds, so since I have to lock everybody in, it'd be a good day to do that anyway. The cows are bellowing up there, so I think I'm gonna go see what their deal is. Last night in the dark, I gave them a bale of baleage, but I feel like maybe they haven't figured it out because the bale ring is all the way on the other side. Maybe they just haven't figured out that there's a bale over there for them. I don't think that bale's been touched, so we'll call them over. Yeah, they definitely haven't touched that bale. You guys could have been eating this whole time. I'm gonna have to run over to Jesse's place because we left all our feed pans there the other day, and I need to get that fence taken down. So I'm gonna run over there this morning so that I can get a couple different training areas set up. I've got this fence set up, so basically I have like a hub here in the middle, so I can run animals this way or run them out, and I can still have that door open and have animals locked into two sides of this pen. That should help me with sorting stuff out and then swapping them and giving them feeder access. I need to buy more feeders, so it is hot. I need to go in, eat lunch, and change my clothes because it got way warmer today than I was expecting, and I'm roasting. You see the cows? Look at those cows, huh? You want to go back to the house? Should we go in and make supper? So the plumber came today to put his rubber stamp on the septic line that we ran. I think the final inspection will be either tomorrow or Wednesday, hopefully, because I'd like to cover that all back up. Robert's still got to put some fittings and stuff in there, so he'll still probably be out there working late tonight. All right, let's turn this water off. Hey guys. But I don't have a whole lot to do for chores tonight, which is nice. All I should have to do is let those ones in from the field, and now that I have all those gates set up, everything will be really easy. So I'll give you guys a new section in the morning, I promise. If she falls asleep and takes a nap, I can come finish up. Otherwise, Robert can finish up. There isn't much, so should we go in? Good morning. Well, our trench got longer by about, I don't know, 30 feet. Hey, Mira. She really likes the dirt piles. Yes. We did get it inspected and we're able to fill it in. So this portion over here is now filled in so we can get from the house to the driveway, or the end of the driveway, which is nice. And now I believe he is drilling a hole through our basement, and he's gonna run a water line over to that in that trench so that we can have water in the shop someday. So I'm gonna just go up and check on the bucks. I finally got the collars on them yesterday. Those does would like never push the boundaries. These bucks came out yesterday and they were like, send it. So I've got a boundary. Here's their actual pasture. Then I set up a boundary like right here, and then here's the fence I have set up over there. So I put a virtual boundary across here, and you can tell where the line was. Let me show you. So you can see, like, here it was. This is where they ate yesterday. So I just opened this up so they could move the rest of the way out. And you can see clearly down the middle, that's where that virtual line was, and they did a great job. I mean, a half a day, and I think these guys are trained. I do have a question about moving into pastures that are not adjacent to the pasture they're in. So I need to call the company today. I can't find like a full manual online anywhere. They just have like a quick guide and then like a frequently asked questions. So I need to contact the rep today just to get some of those questions answered. I don't want to move them and then have them get shocked or something because I'm doing it wrong. I am so shocked at how quickly those bucks have caught on to it and how well they're doing. I do also think the bucks are probably a little more trainable just because they're a lot more chill, whereas like does are a lot more like spicy, I guess. Good morning, buddy. How are you? Say hello. So Robert just left a little while ago to go get the bale squeeze. My brother's got like 8 bales that he needs moved. They got kind of thrown in front of his lean-to and he hasn't been able to move them because he also doesn't have a bale squeeze, and his hay is getting baled this afternoon. So the baler is letting us borrow his squeeze. So my husband went to go pick it up. He's gonna run to my brother's house, grab those bales, bring them back here. The cattle need another bale. They like demolished that bale that I gave them. Right now I'm letting them graze and giving them hay because I'm really hoping we get some rain. I don't want to eat these pastures down too much, knowing that we haven't really had rain in 3 weeks and there's no rain in the 10-day forecast. I want to use up those round bales from last year. So I've been kind of alternating, giving the cattle like one of those round bales and then a bale of baleage, except for the trench got longer. I knew I should have pulled one out 2 days ago, and now I can't get to them. Once that's all filled in, I'll have to start feeding those out. So it looks like I need to get... What the heck happened? Did you hit something? I don't... I'll have to ask him what happened. He definitely like... This must have come out. There's dirt all over it. And I saw a foot up on the path this morning. Here's the other one busted off. And this is all like humped up here. hit a tree? What'd you do? I'll have to ask him about that. And I noticed this morning that there was a whole bunch of water outside the cattle fence. I've got puppies getting picked up tomorrow, so I was getting all their paperwork together, vaccines, dewormer. I had a breeder stop by today. I used her stud for them. She wanted to see them before they went to their new homes. What I'm gonna do is actually take down their fence, because right now, like, I still have one strand of poly wire up. So I'm gonna take that off now and see how they do. So nervous, but I'm gonna leave them out tonight. First night out with zero visual fence. So I asked Robert what the heck happened to the water tank from the other day. When he went to go turn, the water slashed and the whole thing just flew off. So it actually busted down the fence. So what I didn't notice is he's got the fence held together with twine back there. I'm gonna bring some wire back there, go patch it up. Good boy. Good morning. My husband got a little bit of time yesterday to finish the water line that goes over to our main trench, and then a little got filled in there. So then it looks like he's got drain tile and the water line running over here. I really need those round bales over there. Before I do anything this morning, I'm gonna collect a fecal sample from a kid. He's had some diarrhea, and I don't freak out about diarrhea. It's one of those little bucklings that I had moved in here and separated out from the bucks. I usually give him like 24 hours and reevaluate, and almost all the time it just kind of clears up by itself. But this has been like 2 full days, so I'm just gonna take a sample from him and then I'll run a fecal this afternoon. I guess coccidia would be kind of my main concern at this point, so I just write his tag number on my glove and then I use my glove to retrieve the sample. Oh yeah, so I gotta put the glove on inside out so that my number is on the outside once I get my sample. And this is like pretty bad diarrhea. This is fairly unusual. Oh, you're fine. It's definitely not enough to do a fecal egg count, but I can check for coccidia. A few videos back, I had mixed up a new mineral mix, so I thought I'd give this other mineral a try. The goats say We ain't eating it. And mineral does you zero good if they don't eat it. So I do have another bag of my normal mineral. So I'm gonna try mixing it half and half to make it a little more palatable for them, and we'll see if they like it. Hi, you want some scratches? I can't give you too many scratches because Dad thinks you stink. He doesn't want me to smell like you. I'm gonna move this little feeder off the wall here and put it in their pen. They keep standing in the tub that I have for their hay. So this is just a barrel with a slit cut out of it, and then I just screwed into the baseboards. They stand in it, then they pee in it, and then nobody wants to eat it. So I'm just gonna move it. There, done. One of my doelings, she's 8 months old, Shrimpy's sister, she has a joint infection on her front leg. I don't know what the deal is, and possibly it's an injury. I'm also just gonna give her some meloxicam just to bring some inflammation down in that joint. She is limping a little bit, so it'll give her some pain relief. When she thinks you're gonna catch her, she becomes absolutely psychotic. I caught her yesterday to look at it. She was like literally spitting on me, and I swear to God, she was breathing fire. Gotcha. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can see it. Like, it is significant. It's very large, very quick. And I've been working to tame this doe down. This cropped up overnight. Oh, I didn't give her meloxicam. I will re-catch her again. Well, we have our driveway back. There's still a bit of a trench over here, but we don't have a giant trench across everything. I can actually walk to the front of my house here, so we're getting somewhere on that. I see already this morning that the cattle are not where they should be, which is really unusual because they have a round bale and they had a good section of grass, so I'm not sure what their deal is. If somebody does test the fence, it's the one that's going to the processor in 3 weeks. He's kind of a shit, so I'm guessing it was him. I am ordering some more universal feeders, so I'm trying to plan a trip to Iowa to go pick them up. We've got our daughter's wedding coming up. I'm like really busy at work because I'm trying to finish out my last like 6 weeks of work here before I'm done, before my kidding. And then my husband has jury duty in October. And plus we've got concrete to lay and a building to finish, all in 6 weeks. So, well, I see we've made our way back to where we're supposed to be. Temple? Oh, you can't come back. Oh, the polywire is laying on the ground and she's stuck. Temple, did you need assistance getting back over here? Who did this awful thing, huh? There you go. Go back by your calf. Man, flies are bad on you today. Come on. No. This is not eating time. Move your booty so I can move this fence. Come on. Keep going. Nora, come on. Go. Come on. I ain't got all day. Let's go. Keep it moving. Good morning. I talked to the vet and I'm gonna aspirate that knee just to see if the fluid is clear or cloudy. Hopefully I have enough battery left. So there was a little bit, I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit tinted pink, but it's like, it really is clear liquid. The pink is probably just a little bit of blood from when I like pulled it out. So the vet said that's probably a pretty good sign, and she's got the antibiotics on board anyway. But she said it's not like, if it was real opaque, gooey, you know, abscessy looking, she would be worried about like a raging infection. But the fact that it's clear is promising. So maybe it's just an injury. She got it twisted in something and now it's just inflamed. And so we'll wait and see. This is all we can do for now. She's got antibiotics on board. All right, I'm just standing kind of at the border here. I had moved it and I want to see how far the bucks can go. Oh, there we go. I do find a little variance between collar to collar. So they're really getting the hang of it. I think there's going to be a few things for me to consider going forward. I think I'm going to always need to set up a home base where they're comfortable. And when I move them to a new spot, I think I'm going to have to do like a cattle panel or a polywire, basically like a holding pen, move them there overnight so they know like this is home base, this is where your water is, this is where you're safe. I think I was just throwing too much at them when I tried to move them out of that initial training pen and asking them to be without fences, something they've always had. And I'm comfortable setting up kind of home bases. That's not problematic to me at all. It gives me something to kind of connect their water bucket to, and if they're scared, they're gonna run back to that instead of trying to run back home. And those are things that I can make permanent, little ones all over the farm. I'm fine with permanent stuff that I don't have to set up. That's what I'm trying to use these collars for, is to avoid constantly having to do temporary stuff and moving it all around. But just small holding pens is not going to be, it's not going to be a big expense to me, and it's going to be a one and done. They've got their area within the pasture that has become their home base, and I've now extended it kind of out to where those trees come out. And I've also extended it basically all the way up the easement. They've got probably like a 60 to 75 foot corridor to almost the end of the neighbor's property. I had an onboarding webinar yesterday with NoFence. My biggest complaint is they don't have an actual user manual. It's all short videos. There's no, I mean, the app has information, but there is no like, here's the nitty gritty, here's exactly how things work. This webinar was very well done and really explained things a lot better, and then it gave an opportunity for us to ask specific questions. I would highly recommend, if you order these collars, go ahead and get started in that training pasture. Do not move beyond that until you've done the webinar. I have had trouble with some of the collars. They help me kind of problem solve some of that. But the other thing is too, I think it just makes you feel more familiar. I think you do need to screw around in the app and screw around a little bit going into the webinar with like a training pasture so that you have questions, because I think a week ago I wouldn't have had as many questions as I have now. So I think there's a fine line. Yes, go ahead, get started, use a training pasture, but do not go beyond that until they offer a webinar. Currently, they're offering them every 3 weeks. And I did find it very, very helpful. The team there, they had US members and customer support from Norway, both in the webinar. And they were very, very nice. It was very friendly, relaxed setting. And then you learn from other people's questions too. I did find it to be very, very helpful. This whole collar thing is going to be a work in progress.